You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media.
Hi everybody, it's Rod Wilkerson back at Reed Stadium here with Davis County coach Marcus Kimbrell. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. Marcus, played McCracken County here at home on Friday night. Things didn't turn out the way you wanted. Talk to us about the game.
Well, we ran into a juggernaut, like I said last week. McCracken County, they're legit. They've got a really nice team. Got a lot of athletes, a lot of size, and I felt like speed-wise, I thought we were kind of matched up. But size-wise, they outsized us across the board in every position. So it was a tough game.
You came out scoring a couple touchdowns. It was 49-12. Talk about the first half and then the second half. What do you think happened?
Well, it's one of those games where we made some mistakes. You know, we turned the ball over a couple times in the red zone to them, or coming out of the red zone, turned it in their red zone, and just a few penalties, but not too bad on the penalties. I mean, we could survive the penalties. It was just turnovers, but the bottom line is, you know, we couldn't stop them. We just couldn't stop them, and their quarterback ran the ball on us, threw the ball on us. They had a big running back, and their offensive line just rolled us back, and we couldn't stop them. We moved the ball okay, but again, it was in the trenches in the line. They just dominated us, and nothing against our boy. I mean, I think our team competed and they tried. They played as hard as they could. I feel like that. Watching the film, we feel like that. But I just feel like that we were just outmatched. And I hate to say that, but it was pretty much the case. They just dominated us. They had some stud players.
Well, the folks at home probably don't know that McCracken County they're in their first year of the program. There are three high schools in McCracken County, right?
Yeah, it's Heath and Reedland and then Lone Oak all combined, and it's their first year as a high school, but you're basically taking three high schools that have been playing football and combining them, and then, you know, Lone Oak was in a state championship a couple years ago, and you know, there's a good chance they'll go deep in the 6A playoffs. They're really talented.
Well, you had some players that stood up in that game. Who was your Penn Station Player of the Week?
Alex LaCroix, again, played well. He had a touchdown, and then he also had a long pass first play of the game. I think it was like a 40-yard catch. And then defensively, he had some pass breakups, had an interception. He ran back for like 50-something yards, and he just competed and played well. He was our player of the game.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back right after this message and talk to you about the Marshall County game. We'll be back right after this.
Put him in a chokehold, Bobby.
Elbow dropping, Bobby.
I'm back-breaking Bobby Wilson. And I'm slamming high prices.
Now Bobby's slamming high prices on both sides of the river. At Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings' new Evansville store, you'll find the same quality furniture at low warehouse prices.
I'm slamming high prices.
Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings on 9th Street between J.R. Miller and Triplet in Owensboro, and now on North Main at Columbia in Evansville.
For updates on all the local high school sports action in Owensboro, follow City County Sports on Twitter at City County Sport. Make the pledge to not text and drive. Text at the game, not behind the wheel. Tweet I pledge to hashtag CCS I pledge.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Coach's Corner. Visit our website at championowensboro.com.
Coach's Corner Special 2014 Ford Focuses with automatic transmission as low as $15,990. This week's Coach's Corner Special 2014 Mustangs as low as $21,990.
Those are our two Coach's Corner specials this week. Visit our website at championowensboro.com for a great lineup of new and used vehicles. How are you going to beat that?
You're watching the Coach Kimbrell Show. Go Panthers!
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Marcus, you got Marshall County away this Friday night. Talk to us about Marshall County's and your thoughts on the game.
Well, Marshall County's struggling. They're 1-7. You know, they've competed in some games, and they've had some games where they didn't really compete well. They're pretty young ball club. They're coached well. Coach Menard's their head coach, and he's a good coach and works hard. And I've known him for years. They're struggling a little bit. They've like I said, they're playing a lot of young guys. Their secondary, their defensive backs, is where they struggle quite a bit. They're pretty susceptible to passing the ball, and then their team speed. They don't have a lot of team speed, which is a positive for us. I feel like we can run a little bit. So, you know, it's one of those games where we got to travel almost 2 hours on a bus and go to school all day on Friday, and then travel on a bus for a couple hours. And you know, we've got to just get our kids mentally ready to play. And we've coming off 2 losses like that. We're a little banged up, and hopefully we'll have some guys be able to play Friday. I'll mention too that I think we'll probably still be out. Our 2 inside linebackers, Tristan Simpson had a concussion against Henderson, and Jacob Nanny has kind of like a stinger in the shoulder, but it's more up into his spine. So he's not going to be able to play this Friday either. They determined that today, and so
he's been real important to you.
Yeah,
both offensive and defensive
both
line.
of those kids play offensive line and inside linebackers. Right. So. It's really tough, especially with the offensive line that's really thin anyway. Linebacker-wise, we've been able to have some kids step in there and do a pretty good job. But offensive line, we've got guys stepping in, but they're really not ready. They're JV guys that are trying to do the job but just aren't getting there. And they'll work this week, and they'll get better. I know they will. So, you know, Marshall County, it's a game that we can win, I think, for sure. But, we're not going to be able to just show up. We're going to have to come there and compete and play smart football.
How's a winning this game, how's it affect the district in the playoffs?
We win this game, we'll be 3rd in the district. We'll still be on the road in the first round. It looks like we'll be playing Central Hardin if we beat Marshall County. If we happen to lose to Marshall County, we'd come in 4th, and we would play Meade County. Meade County is going to win that district, and with Central Hardin coming in 2nd. So, we always obviously want to beat Marshall County and be the 3rd seed, and that just gives us the opportunity to play Central Hardin, which I feel like we can play with them, compete with them, and then anything's possible after that. So
playoffs, everybody's 0-0.
Right.
Well, what else you got going on? You want to talk to any of the fans about coming to Marshall County?
Well, we would love to see a crowd at Marshall County. I realize it's a long way, especially for our students. And so if they can make the journey down there, it would be awesome to see some Panthers there in the stands. It should be a good game. It should be a game that we should take care of business. Anything's possible, like we said, but we should take care of business and get that win. And we'd like to see some people down there.
All right, Marcus. Well, best of luck against Marshall County on Friday night, and we'll talk with you next week.
All right. Thanks.
All right, this has been the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. We'll see you next week.
You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Marcus Kimbrell. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media. If you'd like to be a business sponsor of City County Sports Coach's Corner and show your school colors, call Via Media at 683-1094.
Advertising is a tricky game. Some people are good at it. Some people aren't. This is Rick Isaacs. He works for Via Media as an account executive. And after a hard work week, you'll find him here. Rick's worked in television advertising for over 20 years, and he's one of those guys that's good at it. If you want to increase your business or make your cash register ring, give Rick a call. He'll do what it takes to make sure your advertising scores a hole in one.